Ciao a tutti, sono Rossi Wolf 89 o Wolf 89. Siamo su Metafor, puntata numero 14. Abbiamo passato gli ultimi giorni. Abbiamo passato gli ultimi giorni che abbiamo trascorso scoprendo la strada più opportuna per la camera di Luis, infiltrandosi nella sua aeronave. Eh, adesso gli ultimi giorni li abbiamo trascorsi eh, per aumentare i legami, più che altro. Li ho portati tutti qui in su, li ho portati 3 e 2 eloquenza, siamo tutti al 3 praticamente. Poi invece i seguaci li ho portati tutti alti. Questo in teoria l'ho portato un po' più alto. Anche lui perché ho trovato 3 reliquie. Lei è quella più indietro insieme a lui, ma diciamo sono le ultime insieme a Berdon, Alonso, no, Alonso diciamo, Bardon è venuto prima. Poi direi che ci siamo anche per quanto riguarda i seguaci.
I see.
Come ultima cosa facciamo questa.
Just imagine it. No. Time
Quello è
marches on,
giusto.
and the age of a new king draws nearer. At last. Got it?
Bene, oggi è il giorno dell'obiettivo.
Yep.
Sharp soldiers all. They carry themselves with more poise than Martyrus guards.
They comprised the most elite unit of the military until Louis.
Where's that Ishkia man? The lanky old chap with the glasses. He's elsewhere. Is that a problem?
I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you for inviting us.
Please, enjoy. Now, while the drinks in their cups have yet to reach their heads, let's get the formality of introductions out of the way. Friends, today we welcome a most emboldening addition to our ranks. Doubtless you've heard of the young candidate who brought great shame to Sanctifex Forden. Before you stands the young man himself. Indeed, I was much surprised to learn he brought that sanctuaris forward with the intent of winning my regard. Commendably bold. Now, let us greet our new allies with warmth and pride.
me, and I will guide. All right.
All right. Look. Ah. Ugh.
Stop!
Now we just keep up the charade as long as we can.
Might I have a moment, please? Stroll, if I recall. I've heard you're a titled noble. Yet you stand behind a commoner candidate. I stand with a candidate who's proven he has power and potential. Besides, I'm a noble in lineage alone. My house no longer stands. Where are you from? Have you heard of a village called Harlia? Certainly. It was the first village to be destroyed by the human menace. Only because help never came. They requested reinforcements, but the army wouldn't spare a single soldier. Are the rumors true that was by your decision? That is true. But why? To save this country. Stroll! The Fool King and the fossils of the Sanctus Church
Dai,
refused to face the
calmo.
threat looming over this country. An adequately dramatic demonstration was required. They say you could see Harlia burning as far as the palace battlements. Confronted with that balefire, those old men could no longer deny the human threat. Your balefire cost hundreds of innocent lives. Do I offend you? Are you repulsed? Surely it helps you realize that you can protect nothing without power. The natural blessings you enjoyed are not infinite. Few have the luxury of living with no need to struggle and harm just to survive. But our nation would have you believe such hardship is born of moral weakness. So the punished are punished further. They die in silence like livestock. Their reality denied. It defies reason. All people deserve the chance to fight for their lives with their lives. Some will fall, some will triumph, and therein is true equality forged, however cruel. I am not one to stand idly by as history is wrought. All their sacrifices, and yours, shall not be in vain. A valuable conversation. I do hope you enjoy the party.
Stroll.
Humblest apologies. He's a young heart and hasn't yet learned to temper his words.
No worries. Truth told, I'd take him over the sycophants.
That brat's nowhere to be seen. Where'd he slip off to? He couldn't have. Let's go have a look around, Hector.
Lui è un pericolo, eh.
What?
Oi!
suddenly tilted. Whoa! What's going on? That soldier from earlier was freaking out about some effect from a magma crystal. Maybe this is it. That helped a lot. No. What do we do? Huh?
Ah, vabbè, si prova.
Did you? Hmm? Here we go. Gangway! I knew it! No, no,
Ecco.
this isn't happening.
You
Eh,
yield to reality.
bah.
Okay, here we go. Gangway! No, no, no! This isn't happening!
Non so.
Not forswear.
Okay. Gangway! No, no, no! This isn't happening!
Do not forswear.
Okay. Gangway! Sweet! I knew it! Look at that!
Ho capito dove c'è la luce.
All right! This is no good. And yet... Let's hurry. Okay? No good.
Cerchiamo qualcosa, le vedono macini. Sarà
Incredible. Huh. Check this out. Look.
principe. Qui no, non mi sembra proprio non ci sia.
Hang on.
Non si può, normalmente non si può. Uscita in emergenza, qui da dove siamo venuti. Ah, qui c'è un'altra porta. Chiuso.
This?
Deve essere qui. Indizio? Direttamente.
That's the same novel that you have. But why would Luis? It's a forbidden text. So there shouldn't even be many copies left.
He probably just happened to find a copy.
Do you think Luis is actually reading this? If so, it doesn't seem like he's really getting its message. Wait, in there! There's a hidden box. Yes, magic formulas! Which one has the prince's curse? Oh, forget it! We'll just take the whole box!
Portiamo via tutto, sei pronto? E diventerà una della nostra.
I'm looking for something.
Not even bothering to hide it. Hmm? Hey, didn't you just come out of the storage room? What were you doing in there? You're that fairy from before.
Count Luis gave me permission to come and go as I please in his private quarters.
Hey, didn't I hear you had a sore throat or something? They said you lost your voice, but you sound fine to me. I get it now. You snuck in this room last time too, didn't you? Wow, you're a real repeat offender.
I'm really losing my touch. So, remember how I said I'd keep my eyes on you? Well, I have to say, I like what I see.
Hey, get away from him!
I don't suppose we could keep my little investigation secret. I'll keep quiet about you too, now that we're accomplices.
What exactly are you looking for?
Can't say. But I'll ask you no questions either. That makes us even, right? So, your little cohort cases the place first, leaving you to slink in once you've got the brief. Pretty sharp.
Hey, I'm not just a little cohort. I have a proper name, and it's Gallica.
Gallica? Your name is Gallica? Wait, does this mean... So you're here for...
Someone's coming!
Well, well. The occupant's absent, but the door's locked. I see why the guards are in a panic.
There's no use hiding. This is quite a turn-up, isn't it? The runtime might have figured for a rat, but even Milord's favorite little songbird? What a scandal! And when he hears it from me, maybe I'll finally get some recognition around here.
Everything's falling apart! What do we do?
I think he's gone. If he'd stayed, he could have trapped us here. Thank goodness he's as stupid as he looks. I'll take care of this. Just listen close and act fast. The box you found contains the formula to the curse. I knew it. We both know what you're here for, right? Take what's inside and leave.
Who are you? What are you?
Let's survive now. Talk later, shall we?
She told us to run, but we can't just leave her. I say we go after her.
Your attention, everyone. Assembled comrades, let us speak of the old vulture's last grasp at power. The tournament for the throne. It hardly bears saying that the competition is a farce. It is a transparent conceit of the Sanctus Church orchestrated to win Forden the throne. For all who bristle at their hubris, and indeed for the sake of the public. This hollow pageantry must be put to rights, once and for all. And it shall be done by my hand. I hereby announce my formal entry into the competition.
But my lord, Forden would surely never allow you to enter the race midstream.
Why would I care for his permission? The late king's decree was that the crown would go to whoever had won the people's trust, not whoever indulged the church's sideshow. I will enter at my leisure. Should he deny me, Forden will be rightly denounced as the coward he is, and lose the nation's faith. Then all will know he was never the one in control. For all that we believe, and all that we have proven, we shall bring their own dogma down on their heads. All hail Lord Louis!
We got one sanctoress strung up. Now let's send Forden to the gallows.
He's entering the competition?
Even knowing it was rigged, there's still a lot he could get out of it. He's just been biding his time all along. Louis.
Unfortunately, I am told we have a rat in our midst, sniffing for morsels at our esteemed colleagues' heels. Wretched rat, if you stand among us tonight, you may tell your master this. I will neither run nor hide. If you think you can stop the rule of power, then come and try.
Louis will be king! Hail King Louis!
Go and see who is absent from the soiree.
On it.
They're going outside.
Not good. They're bound to check the gauntlet runner. We've got no choice but to chase and stop them.
Oi, new bloke. Didn't hear you shouting Count Louis's name loud enough. Come now, let's hear you cheer with your gut, eh?
Out of the way. I'm busy.
At this rate...
Hey, Del! Look! The Caradrius is airborne!
What?
Why? You hear anything about a takeoff today?
With its owner out? Impossible. The rat's behind this. Do you know what's been on my mind? I want to know who took out Zorba. Wouldn't catch me dead sharing drinks with him, but he weren't some half-wit. If it was the Cathedral Guards, they had help.
Think the rat nipped him too?
Lord Luis has plenty of new friends hanging about. I wouldn't be surprised if some think they're clever. And me, I'd start with those stooges who cast all their magic without igniters.
Whoa, Del, eyes up. It's coming down.
Secure the perimeter. Anyone so much as blinks, the orders to kill on sight.
Whoa, Del!
This is no good. Hurry!
Allora.
Ready?
Sì.
Was that? No.
Ecco.
I told you to run. You're too soft.
Vai.
Don't move unless you'd rather see her pretty little.
If we're not careful about this, Juna might.
Spectacular! A fitting end for a. Get them, Hector!
Ma dai. Ma... No,
No. Isn't there anything we can do?
io attacco. Ah.
You let your dog do your fighting. You're such a disgrace. He has no pets here. So what's the matter? Are you too scared to fight him alone?
A duel? Have it your way. Come then, we'll do this right. I am Gladel, and you will kneel before me as your king. So, who are you to me?
I am the one who would save this country!
Well, that worked better than I expected.
This is bad. That guy is near the top of the candidate rankings. That means the royal magic will make him invincible to us.
You have the right of it. You fell for it. She brought you straight to me. Now I have you, and I'll ensure your suffering is long and painful. But see reason. Juna, if you take my side, I might be persuaded to spare you. Am I not worthy of your affection? I'm more of a man than that bastard Luis could ever be.
Over my dead body. I am Juani's sickness. I am no one's trinket. My life is my own to protect, and I will accept nothing less.
What? It worked?
Well, you're not invincible.
Damn you! What's going on here?
Let me help. Your powers have intrigued me from the start. You and your friends. You call it an archetype, right?
What?
I thought as much. Surprising, though. I'd written them off as a myth. Not even my sister got close. Still,
Stavo detto.
now that I've seen their power a few times, maybe I can do it myself.
Very well, O lodestar who wanders in sorrow, O thou anguished
Avevo detto.
The weight of parting from the start. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the king's road. Now, awaken.
Look at me. What you see now is my commitment to my song. Behold, my voice rises from the depths of my heart.
Ah, su break.
How does she have the same power? She's just a damn singer.
Never underestimate a singer. Every song is a burden, the weight of a lifetime. I have sung 1,000 songs. I've known their power my whole life. Whereas all you've ever been is a lackey. My music is lost on you. Listen and learn.
Do it! Chew them up! Tear them limb from bloody limb!
I see. So this is the power of it. All it takes is a change of mask, and I can be whatever I want. That's just as well.
This isn't the kind of thing you can just imitate. Do you know about this power?
Not much. It's been a while. Now, I hope you've had your fun, because you're about to pay for it in full.
Shut up! Just shut up! A duel, then.
Fine.
Oh.
He wants a brutal fight, and he's about to get one. Let's give him hell.
Vedi a un nemico.
Raging fire!
It's okay. We can do this.
Non c'ha. Ok.
Wind!
Hit their weakness.
Don't
That's your
underestimate me.
opening, Captain.
Minchia, beh.
Howling wind!
Hector! Die!
Scour!
I see your
Don't get
game!
sloppy, Captain.
I call upon a royal soul. Burn!
I'll let my fist do the talking. Roll it! Strike!
Die!
Behold this power! Raging fire! Stubborn, hey?
I won't hold back your rightful king! That hurt!
Ehi.
Applause, please.
Mando. Madonna. 35. Quanto cazzo sono più forti? Sì.
Marvelous! I feel stronger already.
Meno forza lei, eh?
Anyway, Ben Gladell went from crass to violent. That's when he stepped in to help, right?
Yes, exactly.
So Gladel was our rat, was he? And he's already been executed?
Afraid so.
The two of them were the only ones who left the soiree early. Sounds like Gladel overstepped, and Lady Juna and the new lad had to fight him down.
Or it could have been the other way around.
Too right. Dead can't speak, after all, and we've no other witnesses to the scene.
Now hold on.
Gladel was a right prolific candidate. We know the king's magic protected him. Their story goes that he attacked them and got petrified to death for it. If that's true, the boy'd have to have the stand-in for it.
That fact is no longer in question. I received a report a short while ago. They say your face has emerged on the King's Rock. It appears your stunt with the Sanctoress earned you some renown.
Hey, good for you, pup.
And that's how the magic got to Gladel.
One wonders what you stopped Gladel from doing. What was he after there?
Yeah, who knows? We were hardly in a position to ask.
Wonder if he was on old Forden's payroll.
Nah. He'd been at that monk Godot's neck since the race had barely started. Tried to snuff him out in the wilds too, not anywhere he'd have had an audience.
No matter. Forden has been kind enough to whip the people into a frenzy over this race. I'll step in and reap what he so graciously sowed. From here on, you will serve as my eyes and ears.
Understood.
Let us see what scheme Forden devises for the next task. Until then, you may take your ease in the city.
Oh, and with Gladel out with the rubbish, might I promote him to the role of my chauffeur?
Are you serious?
Is it so strange? He does have his own gauntlet runner. In fact, I'd better go make sure it's up to my standards.
Let her do as she pleases.
What's wrong, Del? Looking a bit green around the gills.
Gladel was an ambitious man, yeah, but is that enough to justify him looting Count Luis's personal quarters? What was in it
È
for him?
possibile, Bea, no, sta cosa.
All right.
Sorry for barging in. A bit late for introductions, I expect. What? You haven't told them about me yet?
I can't tell them what you haven't told me.
So, can I assume that you are one of us? That is, we too stand alongside Count Luis, but how to say it?
I think you and I were after the same thing in old Luis's room. You really weren't told.
Don't tell me you're the other agent Grius mentioned.
Grius? Is he the one who died at the Grand Cathedral? I'm sorry. They kept the finer details confidential, so I never really knew who the other agent was. But I understand the objective well enough. The curse on His Highness the Prince can't be lifted by conventional methods, so we either kill the caster or get the formula.
I see. So you and Grius were the two prongs of the operation. You get the formula, he hunts the caster.
Ever since the King's magic made it impossible to kill Luis, I've been ready to meet up with a new contact. I just wasn't expecting one so young. If I hadn't learnt the fairy messenger's name was Gallica, I'd never have realized it was you.
I'm pretty shocked myself. I never figured the big famous songstress would be on our side. And I thought you and Luis were... you were
His lady love. God, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in that madman's quarters unless it was to rob him blind. No. Luis keeps me close because he likes my voice. That's all. He made the lines of that relationship quite clear, with no room for messier entanglements.
I think that clears up your place here. But I have to say, you're risking a lot for a side job. Why go to these lengths when you've so much to lose?
At first, it was just coincidence. I tend to find myself in honored company, and I happened to be around where a resistance operative was doing a spot of recon.
So, in sooth, you were strong-armed into this?
What? No. Quite the other. I requested to join. When fate beckons, one can't just turn her away. A singer's whole self is built off all she experiences. This seemed like a chance for a once-in-a-lifetime inspiration for my art. And nobody else had a plausible way or reason to get close to Luis. So, you could say our interests aligned.
All that just so you could grow as a singer. You really are devoted, and fearless to boot.
I know what I'd put my life on the line for, that's all. You all have something like that, don't you? A devotion that anyone else might see as foolish.
Ha! The girl's bold as brass. No wonder she's got all the crown's subjects by the heartstrings, eh?
Well, half of it might be because of my birth. A Nydia girl's got to be bold to step out into this world at all. Though it's hard for most people to understand why. Singing is everything to me. To truly stir even a single soul. I'd take that over 1,000 of the church's accolades. Well, anyhow, that's what's going on with me. I'll stick close to Luis for now so he doesn't start suspecting anything. Any objections? Captain?
Sure, fine by me.
I knew you were the sort of man who knows what to say. Glad to meet you as a proper comrade. Gets your heart going, doesn't it?
Vai!
Well, didn't see that coming. But I guess we've got another ally now. Our journey looked pretty precarious at first, but it's gone surprisingly smoothly. I'll do my best to help too. Let's see this through.
Oh vai, grande.
Gotta get back on track. Anyway, well,
Mancano qualcosina infatti,
right. Let's just...
Do we even know anyone who can read the blasted thing? I love a good blueprint, but this formula leaves me a tad glazed, what?
Actually, Grius's notebook mentioned a Rella in the margins. Seems like he had it in mind to bring it to her.
Rella. The girl they call the Saint?
Saint Rella. Indeed, she would be the most qualified. After the attack on His Highness, we sent for the kingdom's best healer. It was she who answered our summons, and she who saved His Highness from certain death.
Hold on, the best healer in the kingdom? That attack was over 10 years ago. That so-called saint looked about my age.
Rella was a prodigal talent. One of the most gifted at the Mage Academy. Even as a child, she outclassed her teachers with an igniter.
Wait, you know her?
I'm afraid she's a bit out of our reach now, though. She left a while ago to return to her work at the royal capital. We couldn't manage such a trip under Luis's gaze.
Well, a trip to the royal capital would hardly put us out. We'll just pip over with a bit of magic. No, really, it's dashed convenient.
There are some conditions, but we could travel instantly to a few specific places.
Well, no sense waiting. Let's be off. Right. All yours.
Fast travel.
You actually did it! We're at the royal capital! Wait, how did you do that?
Don't shout in the streets, would you?
How can I not? Do you know how incredible this is? What are you people?
Hey, look! Isn't that the songstress?
It is! It's the Lady Juna! Oh, I've always wanted to shake her hand! Oh, hell.
Price of fame. If word gets out that you were seen here, it'll be hard to explain yourself later on.
Rella works at the church on Main Street. I'll lead the way.
You know your way around, eh?
Wait, this Rella's a world-class healer, and she's working as a local doctor.
Is that uncommon?
Igniters are not known for their use in healing. Indeed, 'tis a virtually impossible feat, often reserved for the nobility. I'd have expected Saint Rella to serve the court only.
If she turned down that prestige in the name of helping the common folk, then I suppose she really has earned her saintly titles.
Come on, let's hurry on.
What do you make of all this, Captain? If we ask her to decipher the curse, we risk exposing our identities and our aims. Do you trust her?
We'll just have to trust her. You're right. And if it's Miss...
Let's hurry. Let's see.
No.
What now?
Ah, e a livello 30... Guarda il lavoro, li devo fare tutti. Madonna.
That is... I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I knew I could do it!
I see. Fascinating. This right, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Let's go! I'll always aim higher!
Boh. Andiamo da muore, va. Non posso andare. Non mi dire così. Vabbè.
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Oh.
I knew I could do it!
I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Facciamogli fare tutte cose, ora.
I've learned a new skill!
I see. Fascinating. This right, all right?
I knew I could do it!
I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I'll always aim higher!
I see. Fascinating. This right here.
I'm counting on you.
Oh.
I've learned a new skill!
I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I'll always aim higher!
I see. Fascinating.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I've learned learned a new skill.
I see. Fascinating. This right here.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Let's go. I knew I could do it.
I see. Fascinating. Oh.
I'll always aim higher.
Per forza lei, ora come ora.
Let's not.
Is it Luis after all then?
I can't believe.
Stupendous. Close your eye.
Oh, God.
You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course.
Thank you. She can be I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna, the curse is
Did I miss a funeral?
By the way, what have you been...
Thinking, mostly. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence when they told me I was to be demoted.
I didn't know.
Yeah, oh.
So,
What now?
Allora. Ah. Ho capito.
I knew I could do it. I'll always aim higher. I knew I could do it.
New skills, new possibilities.
I've learned a new skill.
Andiamo a imparato. Cosa ti per domani?
Good night.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Something on your mind?
The prevail.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, Bane of Seamonts, and the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Guido.
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
Boh.
And that's the bell. Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to... First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their place.
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Comunque non ha cantato.
For a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
By the deadline of the second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder! They would steal our very culture!
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in.
These men have me running all over. We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladel incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival. Good on ya.
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with the god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodius.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
All right.
Più che detto solo lancia divina.
Well met, eh? Wonderful.
Now, where was I?
Vedete, ma lui si è cambiato qualcosa.
Now then. Oh.
Esperimenti speciali per creare oggetti utilizzabili in battaglia a determinati archetipi. Puoi ottenere i materiali necessari per gli esperimenti speciali dai nemici che sconfiggi in battaglia. Però prende altre maschere. Ah, crea roba più importante. No, è già diverso. Ancora qui sono in alto mare.
What now?
Il problema è che nessuno ha quella. Solo M si può. Quindi lo devo mettere per forza. Ok, per adesso lo devo mettere. Stroll. Vostro.
Oh. You'll come again,
Lovely.
Wonderful.
What am I gonna do, eh?
Proper aces.
Dear me!
Wait a second.
What do you think you're playing at?
Let's see.
Dear me!
Grand, innit?
What am I gonna do, eh?
Aha.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Proper aces.
Hang on. That's the one from the exhibition. I'm just incredulous.
Hey, listen!
Excuse me.
Hey, I bet you're.
I'm just incredulous.
Hey, listen!
Huh? Huh? Okay, so. Huh? Okay, so.
All right then.
Huh? Okay, so.
Hey, listen!
I'm just incredulous.
Wonderful.
What am I
Che
gonna do?
l'isola.
Grand, innit? Proper aces.
How's it going? I'll handle it.
Let's not.
Devo trovare i musteri.
If you can help.
Fancy a ride? Nice and easy.
Hello, hello.
It's you. Yeah.
Ooh. Why did this happen?
Yeah?
Really now?
Eccomi. Mm,
Gone to shite, this has.
Hmm.
Right then.
non so
Yeah?
dove cercarlo.
Gone to shite, this has.
And what do you want?
Hey!
Hey, you. All right.
Non so dove bisogna andare.
Let's go.
Why, you? Why, you?
All right then. Where to? Go.
I'm just
Hey, listen.
incredulous.
Huh?
Okay, so.
Huh?
Okay, so
All right then. Let's go.
Serving zone.
Wonderful.
Young man! Young man!
Now what am I to do? Well
Whoa,
met, eh?
check this out.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
Excuse me? Can I ask you something?
What? Never seen a pagan before?
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Dracodios.
The Lance of the Dragon God. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? It is a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish Sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
What do you mean?
No ship would carry you there, among the first of many reasons. Even so, it's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Dracodios is on Verga Island somewhere. Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true, his words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's ballywell conquer this inland sea ourselves. Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladell mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
Nave.
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had it run all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the
Devi
island
lavorare
months
qui.
ago.
Così col computer.
Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh?
Gladell business.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's...
Allora, si salva tutte e due perché non voglio eliminare i dati. Ok, ciao a tutti da Rossi Wolf 89 o VLF 89.